Hosted by Jo Sainsbury, founder of Kickass Women. Join Jo over the next hour as she shares stories and conversations that are both inspiring and empowering. Having spent over 30 years in the corporate sector, Jo Sainsbury kicked off her heels and became a coal train driver working in the rail and mining industry. It has been her goal ever since to empower and support women who are considering a career change into an industry role, making the transition as smooth as possible. Jo is a walking, talking success story of how taking the plunge into industry can open up a world of opportunity. And you can do it too. If you're a woman working in industry or considering a career change, this is the radio station for you. Let's get into this episode of Kickass Radio.
Hey there, Glow Getters. Welcome to the Kickass Radio Show. Am I excited for today's show? You bet your kick-ass I am. So, do any of the following challenges resonate with you? Ready to start exercising, but don't know where to start? Or maybe how to make it work with your crazy schedule? Do you need help managing stress and finding effective methods for coping? Want to follow a particular diet or meal plan, but resisting the change to your current eating habits? Feel overwhelmed with your daily routine and responsibilities and need help managing your schedule? So have specific health concerns that require various lifestyle changes that are difficult to implement. Sick and tired of being sick and tired and just want to feel in control again. I know I do sometimes. The recommendations for living a healthy life are seemingly simple. Eat well, engage in regular physical activity, get proper sleep, and practice self-care. But you probably know it's easier said than done because, well, life gets in the way. You have a career that keeps you busy, you have a family to take care of, and you're stressed. It's an all too common story we tell ourselves over and over again, and we often make excuses as to why we can't reach our goals of achieving greater health and well-being. So does this sound like you? That's where a wellness coach comes in. Oh, I've got a glitch there. Coaching you to a higher level of wellness. Wellness is the mastery of one's physical and mental well-being, whether it's weight, fitness, nutrition, stress, health, and the mindset to sustain wellness. Wellness coaching is a new paradigm for helping people become masters of their own wellness. So coaching is an emerging profession that began about, I think, the early 90s. And it has its roots in applied behavioural science and the evolution of the field of corporate training to include one-on-one coaching. So today, new coaching specialties have emerged that address a variety of areas, including leadership, work-life balance, relationships, and most recently, health, fitness, and wellness. So, helping women feel their best and love the life they live at every life phase is paramount. Now, did you know there is a range of programs using the latest evidence and deep knowledge and expertise to get you back to you, whether that's overcoming Okay, so whether that's overcoming specific female health issues or needing support for your mental well-being, overcoming anxiety, trauma, or changing direction in life, there are wellness coaches here to empower you to make these changes. So to get a better understanding of the overall experience of working with a wellness coach, we are getting all clued up today with our special guest, Anna Doctor of Anna Doctor Wellness Coaching. Now, Anna is a certified health and wellness coach and is prolific in helping the stressed, overwhelmed, and burnt out professionals to make behavioural changes to build optimal health and wellness. Anna is here to tell you that by taking control over your mind and body, you can break free from the ever-present stress and overwhelm. And we all need to do that. So, you are listening to the Kickass radio show, where we talk about things, all women and in non-traditional roles, working in varied male-dominated industries, and I tell you how it is. I'm your host, Jo Sainsbury, the Glow Getter. I hope we can keep you in good company over the coming hour, and a huge shout out to all the women working out on track and on site today. Stay safe and take care and have a great shift. And this might also be a good time for a trigger warning that today's show may and does contain some adult language. So let's get into it. Let's get Anna on the show.
Hello, Jo. So nice to meet you and be on your show. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Anna, and thanks for coming on and being a guest of Kickass Radio and for sharing some of your valuable time with us today. I know you're super busy, but I also know we're all going to enjoy your company and we are eager to hear some of your invaluable advice. So to kickstart us off, tell us a little bit about yourself and your career journey thus so far.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I want to say thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. You said exactly what wellness coaching is. And yeah, so thank you so much. That was beautiful. I guess, yeah, my story starts many years ago, and I went through different industries. So my background is actually in tourism management when I lived in Edinburgh, in Scotland. And then I moved across to beautiful Australia, beautiful Brisbane, based in Brisbane. And I actually work in recruitment. I work in oil and gas recruitment. So we have that similarity here because that's a very male-dominated industry.
Definitely is, yes.
Yeah, so I work, my goodness, probably for over maybe 7-8 years. And somewhat there, I also started my side hustle, actually became a massage therapist. But you know, the more things I was doing, the busier I was, the more stressed I was, the more overwhelmed I was, and I wasn't happy. I was always, you know, angry, frustrated, and yes, just so stressed out. And then things got even more challenging because I experienced burnout. I struggled with depression and anxiety. I also went through very challenging times with my family, and I went through a grieving process, developed PTSD, and things got really dark. But I guess somewhere there at the back of my mind, I was thinking, my goodness, there has to be a different way. There has to be a different way to overcome my state. And I'm a strong believer that knowledge is power. So I decided to go on self-discovery journey. And I guess that's where wellness coaching is coming in, because I started researching everything that I was able to get my hands on in regards to our behaviors, or you know, why we act the way we act, why we procrastinate, what motivates us, and stress. Oh my goodness, I researched so many things about stress and overwhelm and what it does to us, what it does to our mind, what it does to our body, how it impacts every area of our life and our health and our well-being. And I also researched a lot about nutrition and how that impacts our energy levels, you know, and how that impacts our motivation. And of course, you know, I'm a true believer that knowledge is only power if you use it. So I start implementing everything that I learned. And the first thing I did, I actually took back my morning. So I created a morning routine to really overcome the stress and the overwhelm that, you know, comes from all directions. but really to talk to myself. And you were saying at the beginning, you know, how wellness coaching helps you to get to the true core of who you are. So that's what I start doing with morning routine. But I got, alcohol consumption under control. That was a really big coping mechanism, and a lot of things that we do because we cope with the stress and overwhelm that appears in our life. And yeah, so step by step I start implementing all the tools and techniques and the science, and I start seeing results. And then somewhere along the way, I came across Wellness Coaching Australia, and I decided to sign up for the program, just thinking, okay, I'm just gonna give it a go. And I fell in love with coaching, with wellness coaching, but with coaching the whole modality. And yeah, just now the rest is history. I enrolled in the program. I redirected my career. I got certification, so I'm a certified health and wellness coach. And I decided to open my own practice because, oh gosh, there were just so many of us. And it's not only women, men are the same, but there are so many of us, struggling with the daily challenges, with the stress, and lacking the motivation, lacking time, lacking energy. And they might have the knowledge, but they don't know what to do with that knowledge, or they don't know how to start. So that's what I do. I help others to kickstart their health and their wellness, so they can live in their optimal health and their optimal wellness, because that's the only way that you can be able to achieve anything that you want in your life.
And that's right. And that's a great story, Anna. You've had a broad career history there, and you've actually implemented experiences and actions from those experiences. And we all suffer from overwhelm. We all suffer from those. We all fall into those bad habits and those coping mechanisms. So until you actually are honest with yourself and bring all those to the front and address each issue, then you will get over the overwhelm, and you will continue on in a better lifestyle and health and well-being area. So you've kind of said that's how you got inspired. So inspired to pursue a career. So you're actually doing the wellness coaching full time now?
Yes. So I'm actually doing it full time.
Yep. All right. So and you're a supportive guide. You help the clients. You help set health goals. You help set accountability. You keep them accountable, your clients accountable. So how can we best look at ourselves and what's the word I'm looking for? Look at ourselves and identify where our weaknesses are. How do you help with that?
So we, of course, in wellness coaching, there are a lot of tools and techniques that we use. And I like to say to the client that during the whole time that they spend with me, they kind of building their toolkit. Because not you won't use every tool for everything that it's not working, right? But you building the toolkit, so when the crisis comes or when you're stuck, you can go into your toolbox and you can pick different tools. That's how I like to look at coaching. But coaching, it's a lot about self-awareness, because quite often coaching is all about habit formation. So we do so many things, based on our habits, which means we don't even think about them. And we don't think that maybe there is some issue, or maybe we're using certain things to cope with whatever it's not working in our life. And through coaching, I'm bringing it a little bit to the surface, so you can monitor or you can recognize your behavioral patterns, so you can see that you're repeating the same behavior, and then identifying if that behavior is helping you with your health, or if it's harming your health and your well-being.
And it's a perfect complement for people that are actually doing, training, physical training. So to align those two paradigms together, like your inner health and well-being and your outer, your physical, it's definitely a good road and pathway to follow. So yes. It's definitely about self-awareness, identifying all those issues and working through them with your coach. So how do you, as a wellness coach, what systems do you implement? How do you work with your clients? One-on-one, group coaching? Is it virtual? Is it in person?
So at the moment, I'm working one-on-one with clients, and I work both. So I work online mostly because of people being in different locations and also with the COVID restrictions. But recently I joined up with a brand new studio, or brand new clinic, which is called Body Code. It's based in Bulimba in Brisbane, so you can see me in person if you are in Brisbane or if you're in the area. But mostly I work one-on-one, and either it's the individual session or I create different packages depending on the individual needs of clients. Sometimes, it's that client will focus on only one area of their life. Maybe they struggle with, maybe with stress or overwhelm. Maybe they struggle with some weight management or, body issues. Or maybe, they just lacking energy and or they just stuck and they just don't know where to start. And then based on that, using different techniques and different tools, then I can create a package that is specifically designed for that client's need.
And the overall experience of working with a wellness coach, it is collaborative. As you, the coach, you provide personalized and holistic approaches to their health. And, the client's able to explore the approach with a supportive and
yes. So I mean, with coaching, what I love the most about coaching is that coaching meets you where you are in life. So we don't look into the past. We're just meeting you where you are with everything that is happening in your life, and we preparing a plan, or we're just creating a map for you to move you from this point. Because again, like we were talking at the beginning, we have the knowledge. We know we have to eat healthier. We know we have to exercise. We know we have to sleep more. We shouldn't really be spending that much time on social. We all know it, but we just don't know how to change our behavior or what to do. And coaching, like, that's what I love. It's meeting you where you are, and my job is to help you to move you from that point and to get you to the result that you want to get. Because the truth is that we all have the answers inside us. So the wellness coach is here to help you to get them to the surface, to keep you accountable. So when we're setting goals, I'm here to really keep you on track. And then, even your journey, if you hit any roadblocks, if you have any resilience, not resilience, sorry, to help you build resilience. Actually. But if you have any roadblocks, I'm here to help you to overcome them. Because let's face it, it's a journey, right? And sometimes, you have a planned map, but there's going to be a detour. And when there is a detour, you might be, not sure where to go, which direction to take. So there you go. That's why you will have a wellness coach with you on that journey to help you pivot through all the falls, I guess, or the roadblocks.
And they are, and we have to work at those roadblocks, little chunks at a time. So if you're working with the client, you're identifying one area, working on that area, and then moving to the next. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Because again, we know so many things, okay, and I think there is an overload of the knowledge of the information. And because when we're overwhelmed, like, what do? Nothing, because it was too much. There was just too many things coming at you. So of course, with wellness coach, we sit down and then I will look at your whole, so like as a whole person, I look at what's happening in your life. I'm mapping out what is working, what is not working, and then we're building on the things that are working, because they're already working, and we need to get you to your end result, right? And I'm checking where your confidence is, because we're gonna start with something that it's within your reach. That exactly, that it's within your reach. Okay, it's a little bit challenging, but it's not out of reach that you just think, okay, I don't have the motivation, because it's out of reach and you cannot picture it. So then it's a little bit like brick by brick, you're building all those little blocks of your health and well-being. So then at the end of working with a wellness coach, you have a long-lasting change, and you can go and then you can explore any other areas, for example, that you want, or try, for example, building another block if what we worked through was a really big block and we needed to break it a little bit more into smaller chunks. But it's the step-by-step process, and you have that guide with you on that journey, so you're not stuck. I'm here to help you with your motivation. I'm here to help you overcome any doubts that you might have.
That's it. And that's good. Like, fostering a positive mindset around their health and well-being. You definitely empower and you motivate your clients to become their own experts. So we know you have the tools and knowledge to share with your clients, and how to act and have sustainable behavior change, because change is hard and we don't like change. Yes. And we don't like to admit that we need to change. So being very open and honest with yourself, that's the first hurdle, I think, to get over. How do your clients find about realizing their hurdles? How do you a lot of them find it hard to actually admit where they're going wrong and face those issues? Or do you think, when it's put out in front of them, when you talk about it, the light bulb goes on and goes, that's where I'm going wrong?
Yes, we don't use the word wrong, that they're going somewhere wrong. But yes, it really depends. It's a very individual thing. The thing is that, we often have the awareness, but we don't want to accept the awareness. And I think, when they see a coach or when they see a professional, there is a little bit of that, in a way, the respect. And it would just saying, well, I'm here for a reason. I want to change. I want to make changes, and I need to do something about it. Now, the more honest you are with yourself, the more you will take out from the coaching or from the service that the professional that you're visiting. But it's always hard. It's very hard, and I even know from my personal experience, like, I did not want to face all the little demons that I had in my head, and change, it's very, very hard. And I think that's why probably it's so difficult for so many of us to even start. And that's why, again, bringing wellness coaching is just so beautiful, because, you're making really small changes. And sometimes, you might not even think that change will make a difference, but it's all those little tiny changes that will amount to an overall big change. But you would just start seeing results and you start feeling better. And, everything is in your mindset. Right. So again, like with coaching, of course, we work on your mindset as well, on your positive mindset. So you can, overcome any challenges as they come up in your life.
And that's a big thing. Like, when we overcome those challenges, we're enlightened, we're empowered. And when we see results, we want to continue on. And you want to ask the question, well, what else can I work on now? What's my next area? So yes, definitely seeing results is an enlightening and empowering motivation to do more.
Yes, definitely.
And then sorry, yeah.
No, I just wanted to add also that, yeah, with this one, when I look at health and wellness, it's a little bit like a domino. So it's a domino effect, right? So you start somewhere and then, you see all the things falling into place. So for example, if you're not sleeping well, okay, you're not going to be eating well, okay, you're not going to be motivated to exercise, you're not going to have a positive mindset. So again, if we make small shifts, for example, with your sleeping habits, okay, and once you start sleeping better, then you will have more energy at the morning, you will be more motivated to go for a run or to exercise, and then you will feel, okay, well, I want to nourish my body, so I will eat something healthy. So it's like a domino effect. We're starting somewhere, but then you will see
going on.
Yeah, exactly, and the results and the benefits of it in your other areas in life.
And that's right. Having that perspective across not just your diet, but your overall, it provides, it impacts, your life, yes, your family life at home, your career, your social life. So yes, attacking one of those areas one at a time, building on them, progressing through. And and I like the analogy, the domino effect, because it is a flow on, it is a knock-on effect. Once you correct one, you want and you have the urge to correct another. So yes. definitely well worth following up on there.
Yeah, exactly.
So introduce us to your business, Anna Doctor Wellness Coaching. What services and products can you provide to your clients, Anna?
So I offer one-on-one coaching sessions. So there's coaching sessions or programs, and again, I'm either online or you can see me in person at Body Code, so the clinic that I cooperate with in Bulimba in Brisbane. But yeah, the packages I offer are really to get you to the core of why you stress and how stress impacts every area of your life and your well-being. So those are like paid services that I offer, but I also offer a lot of free resources if people want to get introduced to coaching, because coaching is still a fairly new commodity in Australia. I also write blogs every week, so I always encourage people to get on my newsletter list. And I provide a lot of free tools, workbooks. So again, you can just start working on your health and your wellness, with the little chunks here and there, and just see how coaching would work for you. And then I offer again one-on-one sessions, and you can book with me.
All right. Well, we'll take a little break, listen to one of our show sponsors, and we'll come back with you soon.
Hey, Glow-Getters. Have you heard about Kickass Women?
Okay with that,
Founded by Joe Sainsbury, Kickass Women is dedicated to empowering and supporting women who are considering a career change into an industry role. Visit our brand new website at www.kickasswomen.com.au or follow Kickass Women on Facebook and LinkedIn today to keep up to date with all things Kickass Women and the incredible opportunities and content we have for you. See you there, Glow-Getters.
Okay, thanks for tuning back in, and we're chatting to health and wellness coach Anna Doctor. So what's the typical amount of time for someone to work with a wellness coach, Anna? Is there a specific time, or are we working on the amount of issues, say, that our client has to get through or work through?
Yes, there isn't a typical time, only because we're not typical. We're very unique. Each one of us, it's different. And then it depends, okay, if you just want to improve or change one area of your life, then you will need less time with a wellness coach. If, there are a lot of other underlying issues, which quite often they are, because it's not one thing, then of course longer. But when we're talking about coaching, it's all about habit formation. So we're talking about changing your behavior and habit, and the science and the research that is out there tells us that this is around 28 days. So the best is really to book yourself into probably 3, maybe 4 coaching sessions, so we can get you started, we can map out where you want to go, and then you have the accountability there, you have someone helping you out. But to see real results, okay, to go through different lapses, okay, because they're gonna be lapses, okay, to go
there
through
will
it.
be.
It's probably around the 12-week mark. I would say that would be probably a really good, starting point. But again, change is scary. Yeah, we're so afraid. And when someone hears, oh my gosh, 12 weeks, oh, this is too much, then I always say, well, let's just book the first session, okay, follow-up session. So maybe a package of 3 sessions. That's probably the most popular product, if I will I call it like that. And then we'll just see where that takes you. But even those 3 sessions would be beneficial, because even if you become aware that you need change and you become ready to make the change, then you will be more open to invest more time, because at the end of the day, it's like you're investing time in yourself. And if you're following on something, okay, if you want to see real results, okay, long lasting results, okay, you need to invest time.
It is, and that's right. You want ROI, return on investment, you need to invest in yourself. So I did read a statistic there. I think it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit or for a new behavior to become automatic. So there's your 8 weeks to start with on one habit.
Yes, exactly. And again, it depends, because some people, it depends how ready you are, right? Some people develop habits a little bit quicker. Some people take more time. So it's just, again, it's statistics. It is around the 8-week mark. And that's why, 12 weeks is really good, because again, we're talking here about lapses. And I mean, I believe in everyone, and I believe that you can make the change, but also you need to be aware that it's going to be, some lapse somewhere there. Okay, there will be some self-doubt. Okay, and you might need that extra time
through that.
To work through it. Yes, exactly.
And it is, and it's it provides ample time, as you said, to work through those little bits of self-doubt that always do pop up. And you need to work through that to create sustainable habits for long-term well-being. And it's like our old diet fads, isn't it? We start a diet today, we might go through 3, 4, 5 days, a week or 2 weeks, then we fall off the wagon, and then we need to get back on the wagon.
Yes. And it's like you said at the beginning, okay, life happens. We can't, get up in the morning and just think, okay, the only thing I'll do today, okay, it's my habit formation and nothing else. Life happens, and then, so, and again, like, just be gentle with yourself. That's a really big one. Like, you need to give yourself time to make that change and just see what's working, what's not working, and build that lasting change, because only that way, if something is sustainable, you're going to stick with it. Because if it's something, out of the blue and you do it here and there, then of course, there's no consistency in it, and it's not going to last.
That's right. So how does stress influence our behavior?
Because everything we do is influenced by stress. Because stress, first of all, stress is a biological reaction, it's a survival mechanism, right? So either we want it to happen or we don't want it to happen, it's going to happen, right? Because it's our it's our physical reaction. But all the decisions that we make in our life, so either if we eat healthy or not, if we exercise, if we're motivated, the way how we react or our emotions, okay, all of it is dependent on our nervous system. And our nervous system, okay, depends on stress, depending if we're stressed or not. If we are stressed, we're sending signals to our nervous system that we are in danger. And then when we're in danger, we will just not be thinking rationally. We will not be motivated to, exercise or, to be the best self. So we're not going to, think about eating healthy, because we will be in that constant state of stress. But
We're in
then
the fight or flight mode, aren't we?
yes, exactly, because we're in the fight or flight mode, and the only thing we're thinking about is, my goodness, either I need to escape, fight the opponent, or I need to escape, and we're not thinking about anything else. And also with stress, when we are in that fight or flight response, there are a lot of things on our biology side that are happening in our body. So all our hormones are going to be out of balance. Okay, our body is going to be producing more adrenaline, and that all signals to other parts of our body that, okay, we're not going to be looking after your immune system. And oh my goodness, our immune system, it's so important. And if you live in that stress response every single day, it means that you don't have that protection from viruses or colds, anything. And it's the same with our digestive system, because adrenaline just tells your body, okay, now it's not the time to think about food. Now it's time to think that you have to escape or you have to fight. So there you go. Because we live like that, all those other systems or functions in our body are stopped. But then when
Sorry, yeah, you're right. Keep going. Yep.
Because then I want to say, when you go outside of the stress response, and when you live in your calm side, or where you actually can see what stress is, so you're not triggering your body to go into flight and fight response. Okay, another branch of your nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system, is activated, and then you are calmer, you're more rational, and you're more motivated, and you can see, okay, I want to nourish myself. So you will make a better health choices. You will eat better. You will exercise more. You will have a more positive outlook on life. So understanding what triggers stress in us, because stress mostly it's whatever we perceive as a danger, so it's not even real, and our brain or our mind cannot distinguish what's real, what's not real. So we might be stuck in traffic, okay, and we will activate the stress response, and we'll go into fight or flight response, and then we come home, and rather than thinking, okay, I will cook a beautiful nourishing dinner, we just go to the cupboard and just eat whatever cookies we have, for example, right? So there you go.
Comfort eating, feel good.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Nothing really happened. You were just stuck in traffic, but you told yourself that you are in danger, and your body, wants to protect you. That's the primary role of your body, to protect you. And then because of that little thing, that stress, that impacts all the decisions that you will make, throughout the day.
And it does too. Like, stress can contribute to health problems that a lot of people don't realize. They think they are ill, or they have an illness, but it's actually all built up from their stress level. And stress also influences your cognitive process, because it's associated with your elevated levels of cortisol, and that's a hormone that does influence your brain functioning. So stress symptoms affect lots, as you said, your inner and your outer body and that nervous system, and you just turn to a comforting mechanism, to give you that short term feel good feeling.
Yeah, exactly. I find that we don't talk about stress. I guess maybe we don't put those two things together. We don't connect the dots that, okay, if I'm feeling unwell, or, I'm, for example, sick, or I'm lacking energy, I always feel fatigue, that maybe it's because we're stressed. We just think, okay, we're stressed. Okay, it's just so normal. Okay, it's just so common. Everyone feels stressed. But stress has a really big impact on our health and our well-being. And I guess that, once we start connecting the dots, then we can go to the core of, for example, why we feel sick. And exactly, stress. There is just so much research coming up, with all the links, the even direct links of stress, or living in that constant stress response. Because stress itself, it's not bad, right? Sometimes stress is good, the stress where, it motivates you, it gets you to action. And sometimes, you know, maybe you don't want to do, yeah, you don't want to do it, but there you go, you know, you get this surge of adrenaline and you just get up and you just go and you do it. So stress is good, but stress is good only for short period of times. Okay, stress, it's not something that we should be living in constantly. And because you know, the speed of life, or you know, the commitments that we have now, you know, the busyness, yeah, how busy we are, you know, and you know, all those demands of I guess our life, you know, puts us that we live in that stress response for a really long period of time. And again, every time when you are in a stress response, your immune system, it's switched off, which means, you know, immune system, it's just so important. If your immune system is not working, you don't have that natural protection from illnesses.
Yeah.
Which means that, you
That's
know,
right.
even a simple cold can turn into, you know, something more severe, because your body does not have, you know, it doesn't have the system, the built-in system to protect you.
All right. So what's one simple thing we can do each day to improve our wellness? You know, how do we build a healthy our healthy lifestyle habits? And, you know, either it be around eating, building fitness, mental well-being, or of course, stopping the glorification of busyness, like we said, and being productive. What's one simple thing we can do each day to improve that?
I would say probably just get up when the alarm rings and create a morning routine. Yeah, I'm all about creating a morning routine. It's just so important, because, you know, the morning is a time when everything, it's just a moment before everything starts. Okay, you know, all the demands on our time and energy and everything. And if we can find, you know, 15 minutes, I mean, gosh, if you don't have 15 minutes, 5 minutes will do, right? Well, we can find this little pocket of time where we can just sit with ourselves and either, you know, center ourselves. So either, you know, meditate for a few moments, or, my goodness, do deep breathing, and I don't know, maybe just do something in, you know, your gratitude journal, write something, set the goals for the day. Once you spend even 15 minutes at the morning with yourself, okay, you will be more focused, and you will have a better outlook on your whole day. And that will help you to make the decisions for the rest of the day, you know, because you might sit with yourself, you might do a few, you know, deep breaths, and you might meditate, and then you will like, okay, I'm actually in peace with myself. I will eat something that will nourish me. There you go, you start changing your eating habit. Or you might be like, okay, well, I might go actually for a walk, or I'll go for a run. And then there you go, you're changing your exercise habit. And then you just like, okay, I'm centered. I know what I have to focus on today to do one thing, one goal, and be productive. So I'm not just busy for the sake of being busy, but I'm actually, but I'm being productive. There you go. That's how you're changing. So I would say, yeah, if there was only one thing that you would do, you build a morning routine.
And it is. And like having a good routine, first thing in the morning, it forms the foundation of our daily rhythms. So a habit is essentially an action plan or a pattern that we need to repeat regularly. And those routines become our behaviors, and they're done unconsciously then, isn't it? Once you create that new routine or that new habit, you unconsciously do it all the time. And so that's what we want to do. We want to get on to creating those new and improved habits and routines.
Yes, exactly. Because with routine is that once it just becomes part of who we are. For example, for me, like I have a morning routine, and I don't even call it a morning routine. I just call it, okay, I get up, I meditate, you know, I set priorities for the day, and I go for a walk. That's what I do. And again, if we feel stressed and overwhelmed, then it means that we're lacking control. That's really why we feel stressed. And routine gives us that control, because even if other things are out of control in our life, and there might be things that we can't control, for example, maybe you dealing with an illness, or maybe you lost someone. There are things that we cannot control in our life, but if we can take control of the 15 minutes in our day, in our morning, that routine gives us like a little bit of safety. And that's something that will improve our mindset, and that will, give us a starting point and a better outlook on, our day, or, the week, or our life.
It allows us to be efficient in our day-to-day tasks. So, if we're having to think about every action or behavior and choose how to execute it, you're wasting a lot of brain power, but you're creating stress there and then, aren't you? So putting some jobs on autopilot, that frees up the brain to engage in other things. So yes.
Yeah, that's all.
Having
Yeah,
those
that's all true.
routines are a good thing. Yeah. So anything else you'd like to discuss or share with our listeners?
Oh, I just want to, I guess for me, just adding that, looking after your health and well-being, it's a daily thing. Okay, this is not something that, we should be saying, oh, I'm not feeling well, but I will look into it next week or next month or in a year. No, it's a daily habit. So, I mean, even if you feel like you cannot make a change around, let's say, your eating habits, even if you make small pivotal changes, like even if, in the afternoon, one day a week, you will have apple rather than a cookie, okay, you're already doing something for your health and your well-being, because it's a daily thing. It's not something, that we should be thinking about it too much or planning. It's something that should be happening every day. Because I mean, as it goes with the cliche, okay, health is the most important thing. Okay, if you don't have health, well, you have nothing.
I did actually want to ask you, you're an active advocate for body and mind connection and using food as medicine. So tell us what encompasses this to affect this transformation. So body, mind connection and using food as medicine.
Yeah, so again, when we think about, I guess, building any habits or anything like that, okay, a lot of us don't, I guess, see the connection that, body and mind are like, they're together, okay? We cannot heal our body if we can't heal our mind. And it's the same, if we don't heal our mind, like, we can't heal our body. So we need to live in optimal health and wellness. We need to live with that body-mind connection, because one influences the other. And, if we have unhealthy thoughts, well, you're not going to be nourishing your body in a healthy way. So again, even if you nourish yourself through food in a healthy way, but your mind it's not there, then that food will not help you. Yeah. It's just so important to understand that it's not one or the other, but it's both. If we want to live in our optimal health and well-being, and that's what for me optimal health and well-being is, that we're living in that mind and body connection. Yeah. And then again with food, I mean, food is really medicine, which means that we can heal ourselves through food, because our body sends us signals all the time. So for example, if we eat something that does not serve us, our body, okay, we will know that. And that's why, maybe we have a skin rash, okay? Maybe we have problems with our liver or our kidneys, because they can't filter all the toxins that we put into our body, okay? Or maybe, we have some other more pronounced illnesses in our body because, again, of the food that we consume. So looking at food more as a means, to nourish yourself, and looking at it as a medicine, and incorporating a lot of fresh produce rather than, packaged food, will help you. It's not only that will nourish you and give your body all the vitamins and minerals and, all the components, the carbohydrates, fats and proteins and all of it, to actually get you moving. Because if you don't have the energy, because you don't nourish your body. That's where food comes in. That's how you can fix your energy level. through food. If you nourish your food, if you nourish your body through food, because that's the only way how our body gets the energy, through food.
That's right. So yeah, if one or more of these areas are out of balance or causing you stress, then the feelings of wellness, that just easily slips away, doesn't it? It's gone. Yeah,
exactly. It's all connected, and a lot of us just don't see the connection. They just think, I have weight management issues, but that's only it, because it's of my diet. Okay, there's nothing to do with anything else. Yeah, but I mean, no, it is like
that's denial.
Yeah, that's denial. Yeah, and a little bit lack of awareness, because again, it takes a lot to connect the dots and just to see that, we need to heal our body, we need to heal our mind. Yeah, and then, we need to nourish ourselves from the inside out.
Yeah, definitely there. So I think you said that before, but in your words, what is the optimal state of health and well-being?
Yeah, that you just live in that beautiful body and mind connection, and that you're capable of doing anything that you desire, whatever that might be, that you are capable to do it, because you have the energy, you have the time, you have the the positive mindset to be able to accomplish anything that you desire, you want to.
All right. So lastly, do you have any special offers for the listeners that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so I always provide different, free tools and workbooks and things. And at the moment, if you go to my website, or even if you go, annadoctor.com.au/productive, the word just productive, I provide you can get a free productive day workbook. So again, it's not only you're going to be productive and you're going to put a lot of things into your day. Now the workbook, coaches you and takes you through different stages, how to plan your day, so you have the energy to do the things that you want to do, so you have the time that you can do those things, okay, and then you have time to spend on other things that you want to spend, and that you're not just busy for the sake of being busy. But you actually that you feel accomplished, that at the end of the day you have this beautiful feeling of, I did it, I planned it, and now I have some spare time, and I'm just not tired and dying on the couch, but I can actually enjoy my life. So at the moment, I provide this free workbook, productive day workbook. And again, when you go to my website, you will see all the prompts to get it, to download it. Or you can go directly to the page, and it's again annadoctor.com.au/productive. So just the word productive.
All right then. Well, thanks for that, and we'll definitely share that on our episode notes and the show page. So I've got an affirmation here that you quoted, and it was, "Your thinking produces your results. If you want a better result, upgrade your thinking." So tell us just, before we leave, tell us why that resonates with you so much. And I love it because it's so true.
I love it because it works. It just works. Quite often, we just think that things are just not working, okay, for different reasons. But the thing is, like, things are not working because we think that they're not working, okay? And for us to see any results, we need to think that those results, we're going to get those results. And I actually have a blackboard and I have it written there. Yeah. And every time where, when I think, I can't do it, or, I see a challenge, and then I look at it and I'm like, okay, this is my thinking. I need to upgrade my thinking, because you know what? It's the same with any area in our life. Okay, we're already getting the results because of the way how we think, how we behave, what we eat, and how we move our body. So if you're not happy with those results, you have to think differently. You have to do something different. So yeah, I love that quote, and I mean, like, it works for me every time.
Oh, and that's excellent, and that's what we need to do with those quotes, is have them in front of us and repeat them. Every time we have that little down or low point, we go and look at those vision boards or those affirmations or quotes, and repeat them over and over, because it definitely produces your actions there.
Yeah.
So thanks, Anna. It's been a great conversation, and one that's sometimes not entered into quite so liberally because we don't like to be honest with ourselves. We don't like to confront ourselves. We'll definitely put all your links up in the show notes and on our website for anyone wanting to reach out to Anna. We say thank you very much again, Anna. Take care and stay safe. And we look forward to catching up with you a little later on in the year to find out what's been happening with Anna Dr. Wellness Coaching.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up now.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Anna. So that's it, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed our show and our guest, Anna Doctor. A very big special thank you to Anna for sharing so much of her invaluable information with us. And I hope you've all found the information inspiring and it gives you something to ponder and definitely action over the weekend. Think about those habits and those routines. So how to find the right wellness coach for you. So where do you look? Are you looking for someone who focuses on one particular area of wellness, such as, smoking cessation, diabetes management, or health? Many health and wellness coaches focus on certain health issues. So when you choose, it'll depend on your health goals and your wellness goals. And as Anna said, we are all individual. And I think there's a quote, bio-individuality there. So we each have our own issues to address and to deal with. So when it comes to finding someone to help you get on track with your health goals, take your time. It's an important decision and you want to find someone you're comfortable working with. So if you already know that you want to transform your health, who better to help guide you than Anna? So a wellness coach such as Anna can provide a program for you with the tools to better understand your unique health needs and how to best address them to become the happier, healthier version of yourself. So don't forget, if you're looking for a wellness coach to help you implement general health and lifestyle improvements, check out Anna's resources and her website. As always, I really appreciate you guys giving me the time to listen to the radio show. You can find more information on this episode and Anna in the show notes or on our social media pages, or visit my website. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast to get the latest episodes sent directly to you. And that's it. That's all for today's show. Thank you for your company and thank you for listening to Kickass Radio. It's not goodbye, but see you later. Stay safe and well and keep in touch. Pos comms. Go on, get your glow on. Become a glow getter.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Kickass Radio, where we kick goals and deliver empowering conversations for women. Want to hear more from Kickass Women and Jo Sainsbury? Visit the Kickass Women website or follow Kickass Women on Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram. See you on the next episode of Kickass Radio.